Good evening, folks. How are you? It's good to see you, and it's good to be seen by you. Welcome to the show. I, of course, am the one and only Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live, loud and clear on a Wednesday evening, and I sure am glad that you're all here. Remdog, good to see you. Stephen Kennedy, Wheeling Dragon Inn, good to see you. Paladin Steve, Dr. David Howard. Who else is out there? I think you guys are all just kind of chilling out right now. We're having a little problem with our connectivity over on Twitter. So our Twitter folks haven't joined us over there. So if you're on Twitter right now, maybe dash over there and tell people Bill's on YouTube. He's actually streaming. It's a Twitter issue, not a him issue. But anyway, so yeah, here I am. It is Wednesday evening, and tonight we're going to talk about the GUOGC. And what is the GUOGC? And I am going to reveal this evening, I am going to reveal the logo for GUOGC 6 2026. I am excited about it. I hope you guys are excited about it. It is an awesome logo. I workshopped it. I did some polls on it, by which I sat around and thought about it and said, what would be cool? Oh, that would. So that's what we're going with. So I'm hyped on it, and I hope you guys are going to be hyped on it too when you see it. It's plain, it's simple, it's to the point, and I quite like it. And you'll be able to get it on all sorts of merch. All 5 of you who are currently watching me right now over on YouTube. But and also I'm gonna get into what's happening as far as how you set yourself up to be at GUOGC, how you do that, and how you can become a game master. It's very simple. It's very easy. Bear with me just a minute. I want to go shake some trees a little bit here, because Lord knows it has not been a fine day for science for me. I don't want to I don't want to be Captain Bring Down, but it's been sort of a rough day out there dealing with YouTube related things. And it is what it is. And I had this discussion today with someone, and they were like, well, look, if it's stressing you out that much, just take a few days off. And I would love to. Here's the thing that I'll tell you guys about YouTube a little bit. If I do that, what will happen to me is YouTube will go, oh, well, you're not uploading. Okay. You're not uploading. Well, I guess we just won't show people your stuff. So not only do people not see my stuff, people don't later see my stuff, because YouTube goes, no, you took time off. You're not someone who uploads regularly. Why would we promote your material? Why would we push your material forward? So yeah, I can't stop. I now cannot stop until or unless I hit 10,000 subscribers. I cannot stop. I had hoped to be telling you guys now, and until the end of January, I was on track to be telling you guys now, hey, look at this. It is precisely 6 years to the start of my channel, and I've got this I've got this great bit of news for you. We've hit 10,000 subs. But that's not the case. That's not the case, because they cut me off, you see. And they told me that they did this. Well, what we do is we promote you for a while and then see if you will maintain that popularity, which is the stupidest thing in the world. I'm going to set you up with a business. I'm going to pay your electricity bills. I'm going to pay your employees. I'm going to pay your salary. 2 months later, I'm just going to arbitrarily stop. Also, I'm going to cut off your advertising budget so you can't reach customers anymore. And I'm going to see if, with a tiny, comparatively trickle of customers that you already had coming in, you can keep your business going. That's basically what they've told me. We let you out there. We let you reach audiences of hundreds of people on your live streams, tens of thousands of people with your shorts. And now we're taking the visibility away from you to see if you can maintain the visibility. I'm not the one who fucking decides whether or not my videos get seen. All I can do is upload them. YouTube are the people who decides whether or not they get seen. It's like I take my books to the bookstore and I load them into the warehouse. I'm not the person that decides if they go on the shelf or not. It's like they're doing to me right now. There's 6 people watching this live stream. On the heels of me trying to get the guac going. You know what? Let's just remove that. And so that's what's going on. That's what's going on. You know, I'm live streaming right now. And 6 people got informed about this. I posted on X. I posted on my Discord, where I usually post. And 6 people, and all of you guys know how to do how to sign up for the guac. So, you know, and I don't even have the false inflation of views on X, and people on X who are usually the ones who come over here and watch on YouTube. They're like, oh, and then they click and then they end up watching on YouTube. They're not getting here. So it's just us. It's just the 6 of us. This is an okay amount of people to play a game of D&D with. So, because the connection to X is broken, you know, pipped up to 7 and now it's dropped back down to 5. So, well, you know, I always said I would do this if there was just one person watching, and that's 5 times that number. So I guess it's really time for me to put my money where my mouth is. So, you know what? Let's just remove this, because we're just going to remove X and we're just going to be on YouTube right now, because that's frustrating as hell. That's frustrating as hell, seeing that sit there just on red with a, red circle around it. But anyway, hi Damien. You're our fifth, I guess. So that's what I beat my head against today. So did you know that it's the 6th anniversary of this live stream? It is. It's the 6th anniversary of this live stream. And it's much like it was 6 years ago. So a bit of nostalgia there. I was excited about getting going tonight, but apparently, let's see. Can I add Twitter? And we'll do save changes. Nope. Not streaming on Twitter tonight. What adventures did I run? I don't know what you mean. What adventures did I run? Oh, look at that. I got to act like a grown up. We have double digits watching now. Just like the good old days. You get excited and see 10 people watching. Thank you, Jack Neller. Thank you. Yeah, hi to IWS Bull. Good to see you. Yeah, because it was weird. It was weird back then, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about the history of the show. Again, anybody out there who wants to see the how to get to the Discord and how to get a game in the grid and how to get set up as a game master and how to play and all that, just stop me. But I'll tell you guys, is this a little impromptu thing here about the history of the show. It was like, late February. Hey, have you heard about that outbreak of that weird flu in China? No, I hadn't heard about that. Oh, all of East Asia is in a tizzy. Oh, okay. Well, that's wild. And then it was, then it was, oh wow, it's popped up in Europe. Oh man, that's rough. Hey, heard about a case of it on the West Coast, and oh, that's no good. And then it was like Monday, everything's hunky dory, and then Wednesday, boom, just everything was shut down, and all the stores closed, and we got tested. You know what I mean? We were tested. It was a test. And so, I grabbed a webcam, one of these on the table. It could have been that one, or it could have been the little one over there. And I sat over at the PC over there. It wasn't even that PC. I'm trying to remember. I don't even think then that I had 2020. I think I had my 4th gen machine at that time. I have to go back and look. But anyway, so I just sat with a camera and a lamp to show my face, and I'd sit over there and I would do I would do live streams on Facebook, of all things. I would do live streams on Facebook. And I just talked to people about D&D. I asked them how their day was going, and sometimes it would be 1 or 2 people watching at a time. and sometimes it was none. But I figured if I invited someone to talk to me, with me, maybe more people would watch. And so I invited, I think the first guest I ever had was Lance Havermehl. I think Lance was the first ever. If not, he was one of the first. My first 3 guests that I had, and I don't remember the order, was Lance Havermehl and Darlene and who was my third? Oh gosh, that's gonna bother me now. I feel so terrible about this. Technically, my first guest was Gary Gygax, but I didn't have a show back then. I just had a text website, and I transcribed the interview with Gary. But it's the audio is up on YouTube now. Sorry, just answering a message there. Oh, and it was Rob Schwalb. Rob and I used to chit chat a lot when I was a lot more active on Facebook. So yeah, those are like my first 3 guests that I had on the stream, and it was pretty janky, but I made it work. The audio wasn't great, but I did make it work. And so we had Rob, and we had Darlene, and we had my buddy Lance, and then it just kind of grew from there and went on and on. And I just I kept inviting people and kept refining it and that sort of thing. But the reason that I started doing it, I called it the crazy gibberish back then, because I thought that was funny. And I thought, I'll get hats or shirts or coffee mugs made someday. And then I realized that, I would get destroyed from orbit by Fox, later Disney, if I created a show based around a saying from Futurama and featured the Futurama font on merch. But then I do much worse with things that technically belong to TSR. So, you'll know it when I'm not out there anymore. You realize, oh, they got him. But anyway, so I did it because for 2 reasons, for 2 major reasons. One, there were a lot of people who were just cut off from the world. There were a lot of people who going out and doing nerdy stuff was all that they had as far as social interaction. And so I saw my friends in despair in the space of a week. They lost everything. I mean, we weren't even sure when we were like, okay, maybe we shut school till summer and then start back up. And then they were like, oh, we're going to do this at-home schooling thing, which completely wrecked my youngest daughter, because my oldest was graduated at that point. And I mean, my youngest still hasn't recovered from that. So I just wanted people to know that somebody was out there, and I tried to lift people's spirits. And I grabbed a D&D book, because I used to go to a local comic shop in the teens, and once every few months I'd go down there, and they had their own YouTube show, and I would do D&D Antiques Roadshow. I would bring classic D&D stuff in, and I would talk to them about printing revisions and art differences and the relative value of it on the street. And so I just kind of ported that, and I started doing, D&D Antiques Roadshow, and I would talk about a module, or I'd talk about a book, or I'd talk about miniatures or stuff like that. So I did that. That was keeping people's spirits up. Part and parcel to that, interlocked with that, was so many people wanted to keep playing D&D because it was their outlet. It was what they had. And so I said, "Hey, you don't have to stop playing," because in 2020 I'd been playing D&D online with friends all over the country for 6 years at that point. I had it to a science, or I thought I had it to a science then. But we were using this thing called Discord for our audio, and we were using we were using a system called Roll20. And so we stuck with that. We stuck with it for years before COVID hit. And I told people, look, you don't need cameras. You don't need studio lighting. You don't need to have Dwarven Forge that everybody can see. You don't even have to use a virtual tabletop. I held up my mobile phone and I said, this is what you need. You need a way to get on the internet. And you can use this thing called Discord, or everybody just gets on a phone call together. And so, here's how you do it. And then I said, if your DM isn't tech savvy and they can't figure out Roll20, it's really easy to sort out. I'll explain how to get it set up. Come to me and ask me, drop me an email, reach out to me on stream. I'll explain how we do it. And I wasn't gonna I wasn't gonna let people just go down without a fight. Lifting people's spirits up was what I wanted to do, going around the lifeboat. Hey, let's sing a song while we row, And that's what I did, and that's how the show started, and it's kind of grown and grown and grown over the years. And I never foresaw that it would get this big, but when I hopped over to YouTube for the specific reason of reaching a broader audience, because even when I was having guests on Facebook, like 8 or 9 people were watching, and it was I wanted to leverage what I had, because I had like 300 or 400 subscribers on YouTube, and I thought, man, if I could get 300 or 400 people watching me over here, not really understanding at the time, those 400 people, 90% of them don't give a shit. There's like 40 of them, right? Like I'm at 9,550 right now, unless YouTube has taken more away from me, which they do, and they've been doing all day. Yeah, I'm looking at a monitor over there that says 9,550. And oh, look, it's still how Caucasian of them. It's still 9,550 over here on YouTube. And I just I grew to realize that 9,550 is, I mean, that's a castle made of sand. I'd say there's a few hundred of you who are like solid, right? Not all at once, but well, maybe less than that, but some of you will tune in for the live streams and such like. And so it's been wild because again, I started dual streaming on YouTube, and it was an effort, man. It was an effort, and I'll talk about this a lot tomorrow night. We'll do more. We'll kind of do more anniversary stuff tomorrow night. But I had I had such a time trying to stream to two places at once, because you had to use, like, I kind of muddled my way through OBS, which is still kind of a frenemy of mine. And then it was like, okay, I gotta split my bandwidth over. And then I started using this program that I use now. And I decided to bite the bullet and justify having a paid StreamYard account. I was paying all of like $20 a month for StreamYard. Yeah, OBS is very exhausting, Rob. It really is. Particularly audio. But I blame that largely on Windows also. Like, Windows will let you virtualize video inputs just till the cows come home. God help you try to virtualize audio in on Windows. God help you to try and have a virtual microphone on Windows. That should have been baked into the OS starting in the mid 2000s. Windows is just like, WDDM, I don't care. Plug a video source into me, fat boy. I literally, I do not care. Plug 10 in, plug 50,000 in. Just feed me the data streams, and I'll just call it a WDDM device, and whatever wants it can have it. Audio? No, my friend. So yeah, I clawed and scratched and I put things together, and then I discovered StreamYard, and like half of my problems went away. But then I realized that Facebook was screwing me. I tried the last ever time I used I used Facebook for streaming was the other night. I said, okay, I'm going to go in. I know it's going to be a hassle. And I had Facebook open over here, and I was trying to monkey with it, and I was trying to get the stream set up. And I got up and I had to run over there because I was talking about Crom, because I advertised Crom over on Facebook and I had a lot of people interested. I'm like, hey, I'm going to stream about this. And so I was like, okay, well, I haven't streamed on Facebook. Maybe it's gotten better. It hasn't. Your stream stays private and hidden unless you set it to public. There's no fucking way to set it to public. I've looked. There's no way beforehand to set your stream so just the world can see it on Facebook. There isn't a way. There is not a way. So yeah, but the thing that got me was when I started the stream, you guys hear the you guys hear the hey, Vossas of Juan by Crom's Beard. Hopefully you are a Crom customer for Crom. But But as soon as I started the stream and I could see stuff happening over there, and I got up and I ran over there, it was like, oh, you're playing music and we might not have a license for that, so we're just going to shut it off. A MIDI file of Invention 13 by J.S. Bach. Facebook is the stupidest platform in the world. So I don't stream on Facebook anymore. And I had people who watch me over on Facebook, man, I can't stand YouTube. I'm just, man, you got to come back to Facebook. And I'm like, I'm not fucking coming back to Facebook. I'm not. Although, again, with less than 15 people watching me right now, I think my audience would have been about the same. Not that I could stream live anymore, because you used to be able to just set, oh yeah, I want the world to see. And they've kind of locked that down now. So I wonder if I can turn on, let's do that. Let's do that. Anyway, so just play the Lemon song in the background. I'm not going to Rumble. I am, guys, as frustrated. Okay, I know. Hey, Voss's, voice of one. I'm sorry, voice of one. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Voice of one. So this, I am not picking on you, Stephen, but if I went over to Rumble, first of all, there's 4 people who have the Delver's Dungeon or the Dungeon Delver over on Rumble, and I don't know if it's squatters or what. There's not a bunch of TTRPG content on Rumble. The comment section under Rumble videos. Look, big shocking bit of news here. I lean right in my politics. There's every video on Rumble breaks down to the most horrible far right wackadoo comment stuff. I could go on there with a power washing video and there would be people. I can't even. And yeah. And then there's the matter of the fact that Rumble has like 20 million views a day, 60 million views a day, something like that. YouTube has billions of impressions a day. Even if I'm a speck of sand on the beach at YouTube, I mean, I appreciate the suggestion of trying out another platform. I really do. I can't rebuild my brand on another platform like that. And I hate to say my brand, but I mean, if everything goes down proportionally, I would have 2 people watching me on Rumble, and I might not really like them that much. With that said, like I feel the same about Blue Sky. People who are like, oh, you should follow me over on Blue Sky. Come on, Bill, Blue Sky is so cool. You should check out. No, that place is poison. That's about it, Rob. for a lot of corners of it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Google will fall one day, Microsoft will fall, Apple will fall. All the billion-dollar companies will collapse under their own weight. And if you don't believe me, two words: Standard Oil. Okay, AT&T was never going to die. AT&T, the Atlantic Telegraph and Telecommunications Company, was never going to go away. It was never going to die. Until it did. Until it did. One day, Congress just click. We got close in the 90s with Microsoft. We got so close. I think I know how Bill Gates stopped it from happening. But if I say my channel will disappear right now, like right this second, EDS. Yeah. EDS was gargantuan. American Cyanamid. Pan Am. ITT. The only reason IBM is still alive is because they keep selling off chunks of their company and laying people off. IBM had imagine a ball of rock, solid rock the size of Jupiter. That can't exist in the universe, by the way. When you go beyond like 3 Earth masses of solid rock, planets tend to compress to the point that fusion starts to occur and they outgas a lot of their insides and you wind up with a gas giant. See you, Stephen. Take care. Controlled data, another good example. Cray, the supercomputer company that nobody could touch, the pinnacle of technology. Cray supercomputers. Radio Shack. Absolutely. Radio Shack. Kmart, Sears, soon to be J.C. Penney. I'll tell you guys a little story. I'm not a fan of Walmart. I don't like Walmart as a company, as a corporation. In the early 2000s, everybody tearing their hair out about Walmart and freaking out about Walmart. That what was happening with Walmart, that went on in the late 1960s and early 1970s with a company called Kroger. My old man worked for them. And it was a say, oh, Kroger is going to move into your town and absolutely destroy you. They're going to ruin you. They're going to take over. They're going to be spread, Key West to Seattle, San Diego to Groton, Maine, and everywhere in between. And then they didn't. Then they weren't. All things go away. Okay. There will be another time when another platform for video goes up and you can do stuff. The enshittification can't last forever. I just don't know that I'll be around to see that bright and sunny day. There probably was a furor over Kmart, Remdog. There probably was. Hands up, who remembers W.T. Grants? W.T. Grants. Their demise was tragic and avoidable, entirely avoidable. They had fantastic restaurants. They had amazing restaurants in their department stores. But yeah, W.T. Grant's just went away. All stuff changes, all stuff goes away. And maybe right now I'm having my W.T. Grant's moment. Just a wonderful thing that has been mismanaged and will go away right at the peak of what you think is supposed to be my ascendancy. I don't know. That is where I got 3 of my TG&Y books from, IWS. That is where 3 of my D&D books came from TG&Y. By the way, the company that owned TG&Y still exists and does gangbusters. If you know Ames is the company. They owned Zayre's and they owned TG&Y. And they also own Bell's. Bell's discount store is basically TG&Y without the really cool stuff. I bought pets at TG&Y. I bought 2 hamsters at TG&Y. Discount retailer guy. The Pine Hills TG&Y. 2 video games in the foyer. One was always Sega Turbo, but they swapped the other one out kind of frequently. A pet department where I got a finch and a hamster. I used to see a lot of AD&D books at Walden Books, but I never bought any there. I did get a D&D book at Zayre's. I got my copy of Secret of the Slaver Stockade at Zayre's. That does my heart good, Omega Gambit. To be fair, Toys R Us didn't die. Toys R Us was murdered. Murdiddly erdlerd. Shop smart. Shop S-Mart. All right. Do you guys want to see the new logo? You guys want to see the GUOGC 2026 logo? I think it's pretty cool. Where's my mouse pointer at? There it is. I happen to think my logo is pretty cool. Why won't you just let me drag it onto the desktop, you piece of shit software? All right. You're going to be able to get this on t-shirts, pint glasses, all that sort of stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the GUOGC 2026 logo. It is in the style of the Black Sabbath Masters of Reality album cover. I went in and I played with the distortion on the fonts. It's nice, it's simple, it's understated. It speaks to my love of Black Sabbath's music. Well, most of Black Sabbath's music. Although I gotta be honest, I didn't dislike Dio era Black Sabbath. But there you go. Little details I put in there, little distortions, little curl right there, like maybe you bought that at Peach's Records or Record Barn. You got a little creased in that poster tube rack. Maybe next year, Orbital. Maybe I'll do Zeb next year. But that's it. That's the logo for GUOGC 2026. And just as always, I will be marketing this through Dungeon Minister's spring website. I have not sent him this final one yet. So when he gets it, he gets it. But you guys will be able to get this. I will probably send it to him tonight, and then I will drop the link tomorrow night. But yeah, I just I actually found a way to make the fonts twisty like that, because I pondered that forever. You can get I don't even remember what the font's called now, but you can get that font now, or an approximation of it, for free. But it was making it warp, and I finally figured out how to make it warp like I wanted to. And I played with this thing for weeks as my, oh no, that doesn't look, no, you know. That, okay, Wheeling Dragon, that is you are probably going to have to contact Spring, because here's the thing: the Spring storefronts, like, I don't order a bunch of stuff like the Delver's Dungeon merch. I don't order a bunch of stuff and have it printed and then sent to my house, and then I ship it out to people based on what they order. It is a drop ship site. You send them your image, they send your merch to the customers who buy it. So that is literally a problem with Spring, unless Dungeon Minister said, I'll take care of this, and then he didn't. Hello. What do you think of the the convention logo for this year, Kabuki? And thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. Now, as far as events at the convention, Sky Hernstrom will be there. Sky said he would like to run a Redbox game, and possibly do a panel. Am I doing giveaways this year? Doc, if you want to, if you want to offer up some books, and I just won't be or I'll just be the go-between, yeah, we can do that. Drop me an email, bsylvia@gmail.com. It's scrolling right along the bottom there. So yes, Sky Hernstrom will be here. Alyssa Hazel will definitely be giving a panel. Let's see. Eric Garland and Heidi Gygax Garland will be here. Richard Witters, Tracy Lesh, all those fun folks will be returning, and I'm excited about it. I asked Matt Finch. Matt is not going to make it this year. He is clapped out, and has a busy convention summer ahead of him. So he will not be here. Matt will not be participating this year. So we've got some panels, and I'm going to be slotting those panels. You guys are going to see those going in. And I think you guys are all kind of up to speed, are you not, on how to register for the convention? I kind of got who was it there earlier? Orbital Air, not Damien. See if I can not screw this, guys. Voice of One. Voice of One, would you like to attend our Great Underground Online Gaming Convention? If you would, I will be more than happy to show you how to do that. Oh, thank you, Doc. I appreciate that. I quite like it. I think next year for 7, oh yeah, don't go getting pink eye, Kabuki. It sucks. Maybe next year I'll go with a Led Zeppelin theme. Very possibly. I got to be careful about that sort of thing. I think this is dicey, but I figure if Wax Trax record could get away with this for 1,000 Homo DJs Supernaut, I should be able to get away with this for all like 2 of you who are going to buy this. So, but anyway, Voice of One, if you're still out there and would like would like, I will be more than happy to show you how to sign up for the convention. On the other hand, if you've gone away, well, I really can't I really can't blame you, but say no to Pink Eye and yes to Pink Floyd. Oh, maybe I could do that, like a black and white brick motif, and then the Gerald Scaraff type lettering, Delver's Dungeon, the con, or Delver's Dungeon, the guac. Maybe do something like that. Guac, do an umlaut. If you like conventions, I'll tell you how to man. Win some, lose some. It's all the same to me. Ace of guac, you see? Guac of spades. Guac of spades. That's it. I'll make a mental note. Guac of spades, maybe for a few years down the line. Call it the con with warts and all. Anyway, well, I guess Voice of One has scurried off, and it's now Voice of None. Yeah, I just cannot get the X feed started. So it's just us 1413 now. What an anniversary show, huh? Just like the old days, hardly anybody watching. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and do this then. And I will show you guys how to register for the con. Let's close that, and we can close that. There we go. All right, so the first thing is to get to the con, here are the directions. All right. So go you then to this Discord server that I have just linked in the chat. The panels are going to be spread out. The panels are going to be spread out over many days. I was coming in at 360p. I must look like a Lego man. I want to watch Bill like I'm watching a tube TV, but a good tube TV, but a good tube TV from 1995. Let me just crank this down to 360p. Rob's really lagging behind. All right, so head over there now. As soon as you join up, as soon as you go to that Discord server and sign on, guess what? You're in the convention. That is it. Your badge is purchased. Your ticket is purchased. You're in the convention. So let us take a look at the convention event area. First of all, let me make sure I clear off these obscene DMs that someone has sent me. I'm just kidding. I never get those. Dang it. All right. So here we go. Wow, people put some events in. We've actually got, let's see, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That 3 events a day. Hell, that's almost a whole convention. So let's go over there. Let me add share screen, window, share. Okay, so here we are at the convention space, and I'm going to turn y'all's comments off for just a second on the screen. So here we are. This is where you'll land. And I want to point out a few major things. We have an event thingamajig up here. Convention events is where you want it. If you just want a quick rundown of the events, you can go to the events calendar and look. If you want to sign up, for an event, come here to convention events. But let's go look at the events we've got. So, no, I have one person playing Space Hulk, one person interested, and one person that wants to watch. Thursday, let me tell you guys something. Get into these Labyrinth games, guys. They're a lot of fun. Then we have the Creature of Rill at 8 p.m. I'm doing a dungeon board game at 8. I'm going to have to adjust my dungeon board game, by the way, because I accidentally stepped on my Creature of Rill game that I'm planning on being at. So I may move my dungeon board game to later that night, like maybe do 10 o'clock for dungeon. Saturday, we have a Labyrinth game. We also have a Beckme game on Saturday. Cal Arath on Saturday. Dungeon Crawl with the OSE on Saturday. Labyrinth, that is very full, on Sunday. Adventures in Shadow Dark, that is looking very popular. More Cal Arath on Sunday. And Boot Hill on Sunday. So we have some pretty good stuff. So you can come through and you can look at these events. Now, you might see this big blue create event button up here. I would not use that because you can do this much more simply when you're a game master. And how you become a game master, you might be wondering, how do I become a game master? And I will tell you, there will be artist panels happening, Kabuki. There will be artist panels happening. Richard Witters and Tracy Lesh will be doing their art thing at this convention. So I hope your schedule will allow it. All right, so convention events is where you want to live. So if you want to do this, so this is Friday, April 10th at 1 p.m. What you do is you find the event that you want to play in. And people are commenting in there, but, oh, I've gone way back. You find the event, and then you click the green checkbox, and you're in. That's it. You're in. It's that easy. It's done. It is literally that simple. And that's how you sign up for a game, guys. You come in and you click, and if there are openings, you're in. Now, becoming a game master is a little bit more difficult. What about a painting hangout room at GUOGC? I can create another voice channel if that's what people want, but you have got to take point on it. If you want it, you got to take point on it. Guys, I am carrying so much right now. I'm doing the whole con thing by myself. I've got my channel to try and keep alive. I've got a lot of other stuff going on. If you want it, you've got it, but it's your baby. That's what I meant, Wheeling Dragon. So, here's how you create a game. Here's how you create a game. This is very complicated. You might want to come back later and watch this YouTube video. Use a downloader to download this section of the video and study it carefully. Have someone transcribe it, get it into a PDF, print it out so you've got a manual so you can sit there and be ready to reference this. Watch this difficult process. / create title date time and there we are. That's a scheduled game, by the way. 8 p.m. Sunday. That is a scheduled game for 8 o'clock on Sunday. And that's it. That is it. It is that simple. It is that easy. / create game name, date, time. If you want to add anything else, you can hit the gear thing here. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's not. Dang it. It's not that. If you want to add something else, go up to events, find your game, hit the 3 dots, and then click edit event. Now, you can adjust, and I am going to adjust. This is going to be a limited seating game, but you can adjust the number of seats. You just have to do it through the Discord web app and the sesh thing. You have to log in through the web, and I don't remember my Discord password off the top of my head. So, oh, did I miss Kabuki Kid leaving? Oh, take care, Kabuki. It's that easy, guys. It's that easy to create a session. If you have come in, if you've just signed up for the con and you want to be a game master and you're not yet a game master, let me know. It's very, 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 very simple for me to do. All I have to do, and I'm gonna pick some poor random person here who probably doesn't even know about the con anymore. Let's see. Here, Matt's not here. I'm gonna make him a game master. I right click, and that's it. He's now a game master. If he wants to pop in, he won't. But if he wanted to pop in, he would be a game master. But that is up to me, and that's all I have to do to make you a game master. And then you're a game master. So why do I use this convoluted, janky system? Rob, did you at least see the logo? By the way, if you're just showing up and you didn't see the convention logo and you'd like to see the convention logo, oh, that's wonderful, Joe. If you'd like to see the convention logo that will go on the merch and so forth and etc., let me know, and I'll put it back up there. Yes, Black Sabbath inspired logo. So, oh, Joe wants to see it. Well, any chance to show off my handiwork? Where'd it go? There it is. It went to hide. Seeking go hide, hide and go seek. Oh, okay. I got you now. Just a misunderstanding there. You think, Rob? You think you can search your way through it? Unfairly so? You think you know everything a Scissorat can throw at you in that module? Oh, I bet you could just cakewalk it, couldn't you? You just march through there with a 5th level character like nothing at all. Yes, the convention logo is Black Sabbath inspired. Oh, no, it's not the. Okay, all right. Yeah, I will show it to you then. Yeah, I sure couldn't throw any curveballs into Tomb of Horrors. Here lies Rob Turner. He never scored. But yeah, that's the logo. Yeah, that's going to be on the pint glasses and t-shirts and hoodies and all that jazzmatazz. So you'll definitely be able to pick that up. Fair warning though, I don't know how to preserve the worn record album cover look of it and black not be transparent. If you feel what I'm putting down. So if you get this on a white shirt, for example, it's, or even on a black shirt, all of the square around it is going to be is going to be a black square. If you get in on a pint glass, unlike the pint glasses that Tracy made, or not, he didn't make the glasses, but that we have on the merch store for the show. You know, the logo is basically transparent for the pint glasses. This would not be. You'd have a black square in the middle of your pint glass and it would eventually fade over time. But yes, it will be available through Dungeon Minister, through all of the usual channels and whatnot. So the only other thing that I wanted to mention about the con is I will be auctioning off a wood grain repro set. There will be an auction room set up. I will be auctioning one off. I need some money. It's just that simple. I need money. So if you didn't win one, and by the way, 2 of the people who've won them, Germ War, and I can't remember the other person. Let me see if I can find it here on the desktop. Yeah, but I have 2 people who won who did not, who never claimed theirs. So let's see. Jack Neller. Let's see. St. Cuthbert got his. I think I have Todd Sharps ready to ship. But Germore and Jack Neller, you guys, your sets are sitting here. So if you're out there listening, please get your stuff. All right. I think that's just about going to do it for me today, guys. It has been a thoroughly demoralizing day. You said, did you? Okay, Jack, send it right this second. I will mail it out Saturday morning. I promise you, cross my heart, hope to die. Send me your address right now. The first thing I do when I get up Saturday morning will be to ship your set. You almost certainly did. All right. That is where I will leave it then, guys. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, IWS Bull. So please sign up for the GUOC. Play games, and you'll take Jack. I bet you guys will have to fight over that. And now I will wrap this up. Thank you. Thank you, Kyle, for that. You were lurking in the darkness there, my friend. I knew you had an appointment today, so I figured we weren't going live, but I will talk to you later. Look at everybody, say thank you to Viking Hat. That was awesome, brother. I really appreciate that. I have the best co-host of any live stream show anywhere. I'm not going to qualify it. I just have the best co-host. So we'll leave on a high note then. We'll leave on a high note. Thanks everybody for tuning in tonight. And here is the Owl Bear song. Peace. God bless.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.